Hey everybody, Russell Coins and Coffee here, and I hit up an estate sale yesterday, and I'm walking around and I'm seeing a bunch of stuff, so I'm asking one of the workers if they have any coins, which they say no. And so I'm still looking around, and I'm in one of the bedrooms, and there's a shelf that's completely full of books, and the sign on the shelf says, all books, $1. So I'm looking around and I'm seeing a bunch of history books and war books, and I'm thinking to myself, this is an older person's home. There has to be coins somewhere. And what do I find? I find this ripped up penny album. Doesn't even have the cover on it. So these are Lincoln cents from 1909 to 1918, and then I find this other Lincoln cent from 41 to 74. And as I'm looking through this older one, this is almost a complete collection from 1909 to 1918. There are only two pennies in here that are missing. One, of course, is a 1909 SVDB, but we do have the 1909 VDB. The other one that's only missing, of course, is a 1922 with the no mint mark, or the weak D. But we do have the regular 22D. Other than that, it is every other single wheat penny from that year. We have all of the semi-key dates, and the only two key dates missing are that 22 with the no D and the 1909 SVDB. We have every other single key date in here, and that's including the 1914D. We have the 1931S, and look at the condition on this coin. There's still some red showing, still some luster, and even look at the back. Isn't that crazy? So, in case you didn't learn, I bought each of these for $1. Now, I grabbed these two books, and I knew if I told them that, hey, these are penny albums, they probably would want more, or they didn't want to sell them at all. My thing is, if they went ahead and put a sign up, then it's good to go. I grabbed both of these books, did like this. I walked up to the lady and I said, hey, I have two books, and handed her $2 and walked away with them. So essentially, I almost got these all for face value. So here's the book from 1941 to 74, and have some ones in pretty nice condition. Some of them not so much. But I was looking, and the 1974 S is not just a regular San Francisco. That's a proof. And it's a little bit of a beat up proof. You can tell that mirrored background, and you can see that frosted cameo of Lincoln. And let me pop it out without getting my fingers on it. There, you can see that that mirrored field, and a little bit of frosting on the memorial. So, yes, this was an insane deal. I've looked through them and checked them all to see if there were any kind of errors. There were none, but still, we have all of the semi-key dates and most of the key dates. And, you know, they're in not the best condition, but man, even with some of those key dates in poor condition, can be worth really good money. So let's go through all of the key date varieties. We have the 1909 San Francisco, 1914 Denver, and that beautiful 1931 San Francisco. And the semi-key dates, which is, let's remove that, 1910 San Francisco, 1911S, 1915 San Francisco, the 1922D, the 1924D, 1926 San Francisco, and then 1933 Denver. Oh, skip some. That's the 1912 Denver, 1912 San Francisco, 1913 D and San Francisco, and the 1914 San Francisco. So yeah, got all these for just over face value. Let me know if I got a good deal or not. I will soon be taking all of these out of the albums, you know, this one, of course, and putting it in with my normal Wheat Penny albums, and I'm even going to get a few upgrades here. And the only ones that I was missing from the 40s and 50s was a 1954 Philly. So finally going to add this one to the collection, and I know that this 44D, that'll be an upgrade. 45 could be an upgrade, as well as this 48, 49, 50, 50D, 50 San Francisco, maybe this 51 Denver, 52 Denver, and maybe some of these from the mid 50s. Now here are my two albums for all the wheat cents. So this is 1909 and 1929, and this is 30 to 58. This is a worn down 1911 that just always falls out. So that'll definitely get upgraded. And as you can see, from this early one, I'll be filling a lot of these slots. That's going to be awesome. And for this one, over here I was missing quite a few from the 30s, so this will be some nice slot fills. I have most of the 40s except for this 47 San Francisco, and again all of the 50s except for that 54 Philly. And I already have nicer steel pennies. They really retained that zinc coating well, so these are going to stay. The other ones, you know, they'll just go rolled up. But all in all, definitely happy with this find. I was of mind to go hit up some coin shops to try to find some, just, you know, some either loose wheat pennies to search through, or maybe some no date buffaloes, get some and put some Nicodate on it, maybe check out the dates. As I was going, I just randomly saw a sign for an estate sale, and I thought, you know, what the heck, go try it out. But I think a pretty good score. So Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if maybe I paid too much or not paid enough. Should I have told these people what they had? Did I do the right thing? Was it sleazy? You let me know. Again, this has been Ross with Coins and Coffee, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.